Hello, everybody. This is David Evans from the Big TV Network, and we are having a good time today on our special presentation. Now, we just found love right here on the Big TV Network Book Fair because we have a Jamaica queen in the house. We got to find some Jamaican music. So we want to open the broadcast and dance a little bit Jamaican flavor. What we gonna? Come on, Queen. Show us how to do it up here. Yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody, you're watching the Big TV Book Fair Marathon. Yeah. Hey, we just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching our broadcast today. My name is David Evans from Washington, D.C. We are so happy and proud to say we love you guys out there who are watching the TV Virtual Book Fair Part 2. We're excited again. We have these queens in here today, and they're going to talk about their books. Melby's going to talk about her publishing, and we are so happy again for all of you watching. Don't forget to tell somebody to tune in right now. All over the world, Pick TV Network is on, not only in America, but we are broadcasting in Brazil, Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica. We're on all over the world. Now, we're going to get into our broadcast today. I want to say hello to our Jamaica queen today. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
We have Melvise. Wave your hand, Melvise. Colorado here, Minister Sharon. Wave your hand, Sharon. And then we have our very own Dr. Silver Alabama. Wave your hand. And our guest, which is you. We're connecting with you. We want everybody to support these book authors today as they sell their books right here on television. And our hearts and our spirits going out to everybody. Again, there's a lot of people who are still fighting for their life. And I want Dr. Silla to come up and Melvise, who have been in our team before we get into our interviews today. Melvise and Dr. Silla, here we go again. We out here. We're praying for the kids who got lost their lives in Texas, and with people from the hurricane and they were shooting around the summer. Now we're right back here praying again for families down in Syria, and we're dedicating this whole broadcast to families. When you look at this, Dr. Silla, what do you see? And we're going to talk about your book also.
Well, there's one thing that we have to know and understand, that there will be troubles in the world, and none of us are exempt from it. And we have to find a way that we can band together and support each other during these times. Because if I'm not going through, I guarantee you someone else is going through, and it won't be long before you're going through. So for us to come together and support one another in these hard times, it means so much, because we were made social creatures. We weren't made to be isolated. So for someone to just put their arms around you and to say, I see you, I hear you, I feel your pain, that means so much. So I am so glad that we have dedicated this show to the victims of the earthquake in Syria and Turkey, because even though in the United States, especially where I live, in the part of the world where I live in the United States, we do not see very many earthquakes, but we do see hurricanes, and we have tornadoes, and devastation is devastation regardless to how it happened. So we just want to make sure to support the people of Turkey and Syria, for them to know that we love them and that we care.
You know, I want to say to Melvise, you know, when we were doing the book fairs, when we first started, you guys have been with us over a year, and we have a lot of our business managers, book authors also with us, the Lady of Wisdom, Kimberly. We have Michelle Cox, Atlanta, Georgia. We have a whole bunch of book authors, and we always give back. And Melvise, why do you feel it's so important for Pick TV Network and our book fair like this to give back, to help, especially in times like this?
I think it's really important that we take the time to extend our love in any way that we can, and giving back is an excellent way to show that we care. Books are a great way to escape from your current reality. Sometimes you can just get engrossed in the story and take yourself away from what's going on in your current environment. Or, like some of the books that we're going to present today, they provide the inspiration that you need to get through whatever it is that you may be dealing with. So that's the awesome impact that we're going to be able to make by spreading, our books around to assist and help and be the backbone, be the shoulder for the people to lean on while they go through this time of trial and tribulation.
Yeah, that's why we are more than just a television network, Pick TV network. We give back to the community. We help people in need. And today we're dedicating this book fair, the whole entire book fair, to the earthquake families there in Syria. And we're praying for the first responders. We're praying for those who are still fighting for their life. And we're so happy today. We have some guests on today with us. They're going to be talking about their books. They're going to be giving some things away. We're excited about the smiles, the love, and encouragement. So let's go into our interview first of all, then we'll come back to our special guest, Dr. Sheila McGrew. You have been with us. You're also on Pick TV Network, a part of our team, and God blessed you to write a book. Did you think when you wrote this book that it would be people around the world that you would be touching their lives? Talk about that.
Yes, when I first started my book, The Calm in the Chaos, when I first started that book, it was actually a collaboration of some of my radio broadcast. And knowing that we're all suffering through something at some point in time, I thought that it would be good to bring those thoughts together and put them in book form, and to let people know how, like some of the chapters that are in the book is how to weather a storm, how to turn struggle into success during these times when you are going through calamity and chaos. I had no idea that we would be embarking upon a global epidemic, and then now a pandemic, and then going on to some of the other devastating things that are coming onto the earth. And when I wrote it, one thing about being led to write something of this magnitude is spiritual, and it's going to connect with every person, because all of us need to know of the calm that's in the midst of a storm, the calm in the chaos. And if anyone has ever studied storms, you know that in the middle of it, it's very calm there. And even in the hard times that we're going through right now, we are to know that there is a calmness, a stillness. And for us, that is the Spirit of God that is going to bring us through this time so that we can be able to help others. So I am just honored that the Lord would use me to write this book. And I know that it will help others, because all of us are going through it sometime. And it means something when someone else can tell you that it will get better.
I want to thank you again, Dr. Sheila McGrew. Thank you for being a supporter of Pick TV Network. Thank you for always giving back to the kids when they lost their life in Texas, to the hurricane families over the year last year. And now we're back here again. Dr. Sheila, when we look at your book, it has on the front cover that I love, it has homelessness, and we're fighting that. It's from Skid Row in California to Washington, D.C., everywhere. Suicide, kids are losing their life. They don't talk about cyber crimes and crimes from the internet with young kids that don't even make it to the news. We have joblessness, so many people, hate, anger, disease. I want to ask you, before I bring in your colleagues, just that cover. You had to go ahead of time to even do the front cover of this book.
Yes, the cover of the book was just everything that was in my mind at the time when I started putting it together, from the shofar at the top of the book, pouring out the cooling water, which is the Spirit, upon the earth, putting out the flames, as you see in the bottom of the part where it talks about the chaos, the Spirit of God coming over the earth, putting out the flame. And in the middle of all of it, prayer. That is the basis of all of it. All of us praying. We have children, adults, everyone praying and coming together. This is the way that this calm is going to come into this chaotic time in our life and give us peace. So yes, it was great thought put into the cover of the book. And I am so grateful when people look at it, they can actually interpret what all this means. Because when we put these covers together and we put these words together, they're not just to be put together just to make a book, but it's
That's
also
right.
to make a statement. So I'm so
Solution.
grateful for just being a vessel to be used.
I want your colleagues to come up and comment. Melvis, can you moderate and let them ask their questions about how they feel about the cover and the book itself?
Sure. Well, Minister Sharon, what do you think about Dr. Sheila's book, The Calm in the Chaos?
Good afternoon, Dr. Sheila. When I looked at the cover, I can see myself. I can see a time in my life where I struggled with some of those things that are on the cover. And if it wasn't for that sound that I heard to pull me out of the muck and miry clay, this is touching. Just looking at the cover would make me want
Want
to
to get this book?
get that book, because I see Jesus. I see Jesus, and I see rescue. I see hope. I see help. So thank you for sharing that and recognizing that someone will need this. This
Yeah.
book will be universal.
Yes, thank you so much.
Hallelujah.
Definitely. Pastor Vendrix, what do you think about Dr. Sheila's book?
I think this book is excellent. I think it's an on time book, a right on time. When you look at the word calm, we need so much of that in this time and in this season because there's so much chaos is going on. And as Dr. rightly put, all of this depression, suicide, debt, anger, hatred, homelessness, sickness, all of that. It is a on-time book. And all I can say, Doctor, every individual need to have a book, have this book in their position, and not just have it, but read it. Because I'm pretty sure it is God who is speaking. Because he knew things were going to come and what would happen. And like you said, the only solution is Jesus. And like my beloved sister Sharon, you said, when I look, I see Jesus in this book. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Definitely. And I love the cover too. I love the fire, the water taking out the fire, the praying, praying on their knees, because a lot of people don't know you got to humble yourself and you got to get down on your knees and pray to the God that is there to save you and bring you out of that chaos.
Yeah, folks, you're watching the PIC TV Network TV Virtual Book Fair today, live from Washington, D.C. This is our second session. Dr. Sheila McGrew has written this book. She's went ahead of time. Everybody needs to get a copy. We're dedicating this whole book fair today to our friends and family and loved ones there in Syria and Turkey who are still fighting for their life. We're praying for the first responders. And Dr. Sheila is dedicating a portion of these books to the families there. And we're partnering with other organizations who can get them to them too. There's a lot of families out there who need this. They're interpreters who can get the information and language to them. And there's ministers there in Turkey. There's Christian believers there in Turkey. And our prayers are with them today. I want to thank you, Dr. Sheila McGrew, for helping us to kick this off. I want to also bring up Melvis. Melvis, there's a lot of people like me who are out here today trying to get their book done for the first time. And you helped me to get mine from the pages to the public, to the people. And talk about, written words publishing and what you do and what you have to offer. We were in a big meeting on last night, and there were people from the sports world there. And when I brought you to the stage and asked you to introduce yourself, they were, I'm talking about the number one fighters in the world. And they were there and their families were there doing a big interview. And one of the persons said, I want to get my book done. And he said, Melvise is here. So that was a big door opening. But Melvise, tell people what you have to offer.
Yes, well, Written Words Publishing, we are here to assist independent authors in reaching the world with their book. We produce five-star material just as great as if it came from a traditional publisher. We provide professional, efficient, reliable, affordable service. Work very close with our authors to be sure that they are satisfied with the end result. We offer publishing, editing, ghostwriting services. We have a great catalog of books that's is continues to grow, and we also offer custom apparel where you can get your book cover on a shirt. We have 6 different designs, and then you can use your clothing to sell your work. So we call it wear your work. You go out, you wear it, people see it, spark a conversation. You can say, okay, yeah, go to this website, and you can purchase that book. So we're very, very happy to be able to offer the service. And then we also provide, there are some authors out there who just need a place to sell their book. They may have already published it and they just have it sitting in a box somewhere collecting dust. They need some place to make it available for sale. We offer that service also. So yeah, go to writtenwordspublishing.com. All of our information is there, and we will be happy to assist you in any way that we can. All those aspiring authors out there. And even if you've already published the book, our editing service is never too late to perfect it and republish it.
Yeah, Melvise, I love you so much. You're a supporter of our PIC TV network. You are also a manager from Colorado. It's a blessing because my book wouldn't have never got out if it wasn't for you. My first book, folks, and I'm working on 2 more books. And Melvise is the person that will help you to get an ebook from me. Yeah, Dr. Evans has his book out. I never thought in a million years, you guys, that I would have a book out. But today I am an author, and I want to thank Melvise for just putting it out there. Melvise, when you're talking about the summer's coming, spring is coming, when you talk about apparel, people can also get items and then wear them around like that. Melvise, you know how many places I could take that downtown. I could wear that T-shirt at the park. You can do that for us, Melvise.
Yes, we can. Not only will we can put your book covers or whatever you want on the T-shirt. That's one of the design options also. So if you have a logo or a saying, a photo, whatever it is that you like, and then we also offer a discount bulk sale. So if you want to purchase it in bulk, you can purchase the items for a discounted price. And people love giveaways, so it's a great opportunity to offer to give this shirt away to book clubs, maybe who read your book, or if you want to do a giveaway and offer the shirt as an incentive to get people to go and buy the book and say, send me your receipt and I'll pick 1, 2, 3, 10 people, and we'll send you this T-shirt. So there's a multitude of ways that you can take advantage of the services that we provide at Written Words Publishing.
I want to go around and ask all of the colleagues today. Dr. Sheila, can you moderate and ask to everybody around how did they like the presentation from Melvise, and also would you use her services? I'm mute.
Sorry about that. I would definitely encourage someone to work with a professional. I've heard of people who right now, I know of someone personally, they wrote a book and they trusted the person that did it, but when it was all said and done, they really didn't own the book. It wasn't theirs anymore. Jesus. And then after things were over with, that person is still receiving royalties, but the author gets nothing. It was how things were written up. So it's always good to work with a professional that has the client the first and foremost in their mind. So I would be very, very pleased to work with and to even suggest that someone else would work with Miss Melvise in her publishing company, because it means something. It's a horrible feeling when you have intellectual property that came from you but you no longer benefit because of a contract that was written up shady. It happens to so many people. So I'm just glad that she's bringing this opportunity. So let's see here. Let me see if I have everybody's name here. What do you think about Miss Belbees and her publishing company and how she's giving people, regular, ordinary people? Yes, Miss Rand. Yes, Minister Rand. What do you think about it? Giving regular, ordinary people an opportunity to be able to get their stuff out there and to be protected.
That's right. I agree. Being protected is important. And I like what you said about intellectual property. You want your work to be professional, and you also want someone to treat you fair because that questions their integrity. And when you have someone who will work with you and be honest with you and take care of your finances at the same time, that's a friend for life. And I look forward to working with you as well. This is my first book experiencing self-publishing as author. It's a lot of work in it and it takes a lot of time. And I would love to have my book cover on a t-shirt. And I think your service will be great. And hopefully we could do something together in the future.
Yes. And Miss Headley, what do you think about it? I think she's got a jewel here. And I think all of us can benefit. What do you think?
Yes, I think it is a dream come through for many people. And as we talk about it now, I hope a lot of people is listening. There are so many folks out there. They have a lot of stuff inside of them, not knowing where to go because of finance. They don't know how to get started. But here, I'm telling you, God has provided a dynamic woman who is going to help the kingdom of God to come on earth as it is in heaven. Whatever we do, written publishing company is one of the vehicle that is going to take us to where God wants us to go. And I told her the other day that, listen, this is just God. And I am using her, and I'm so happy for what I see. One of my books has been revised and published. Oh my God. I am just excited about God's earthing people. And I'll tell you, I'll hasten to say that book was written already 2013. And when I take that book and look back and what I see Miss Council written publishing company do to my book, I'm like, God, you are an awesome God. So I see doors opening. I see many more people going places. And some people like my host say, never thought he would be and could be an author. But because of this wonderful company and because of Miss Council, myself, my host, and many others will be able to see and realize their vision, the vision that God and whatever they have inside of them come to fruition.
Wow. Hey, I want to thank everybody for those wonderful comments today. We have to support our own. Written Birds Publishing is our own. Mel Beach is our own. If you can get your books done from the pages to the public to the world, like she did for me. And Amazon, they're doing their thing, but we want to support Mel B. She's our version of Amazon, putting it out there to the world. We're going to take a commercial break. We're going to be right back with our next interview. You're watching the PIC TV Network Book Fair Marathon live from Washington, D.C., all over the world. Don't touch that dial. PIC TV is the place to be, and you are on with us right now. Let's go to this commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
A lot of the depression I've had has been based around not letting go of people that have used or betrayed me. Today, I'm grateful for letting people go. Walk away from people who put you down. Walk away from fights that will never be resolved. Walk away from trying to please people who will never see your worth. The more you walk away from things that poison your soul, the healthier you will be. Today, I'm grateful for walking away. What are you grateful for? Please share in the comments and click the subscribe button to hear daily gratitude. Be grateful and share this with your friends.
What is this? It's kind of light. All my body starts to shiver. Worries when I'm on a high. Oh, I've never felt like this before. Got to let it go.
When you move abroad, there are some things you can't take with you. But there are some things you just can't leave behind. For international health insurance, choose Allianz Worldwide Care.
Hey everyone, it's a good day for Pick TV Network. We are on at the Subway sandwich stops now. Pick TV Network on the Subway sandwich stops. This is big for our network. We just showed you a clip of Subway loving our network on in Subways. People sitting there eating their sandwiches and checking out Pick TV Network, book channel, the food channel, the podcast channel. Want to send a shout out to all the Pick TV Network managers. We could not have done this without you guys. And now we are growing to the place now that big corporations like Subway again, we're playing our programs at Subways. This is huge for our network. This is huge for Pick TV Network. Again, shout out to all the managers who's helping us to grow our programs and our services. Wow. Check out Pick TV Network next time you're in Subway. Hey, thank you, everybody. That's good. So when you're eating your sandwiches at Subway, you want to look at that monitor and look at the Pick TV Network. We also own in barbershops, nail salons, beauty parlors, restaurants, churches, clubs, everywhere. And we bring to you 4 big things. We bring to you the best in inspiration. That's why we have great speakers like Bishop Noel Jones. We have also information. We informing you about what's going on in our world as we are dedicating this program today to all the brothers and sisters and loved ones there, dedicating this to the earthquake families in Syria. So we have to bring information to you. We have to bring education to you because we have to educate our people. That's why we have our programs with doctors and talking about diabetes, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and educated programs like we had the book fair with these book authors from all over the world. So when I'm so happy again, we thank you, Minister Jackson, for coming from Jacksonville, coming on today. Dr. Sheila McGrew, thank you, Pastor, coming on. Jamaica is here, and we got to play a little Bob Marley. Alexa, play Bob Marley. So we got to get a little Bob Marley in here because we have the Jamaican Queen here. So everybody who's listening today, it's a good spirit. Yeah. Hey everybody, TV Network. We got to bring it home because we got Jamaica. We We got Jamaica. Queen of Jamaica's here. Let's get her up here. Hey, Queen, this for you. You know who made this song? You know who made Yeah. I love it. You know, we are
Right.
Jamaica. It's not playing the Jamaican love it. Yeah. One of the greatest singers of all time. Dedicated to all the Jamaican brothers who brings out there. Yeah. Woo. You gotta sing a little bit up.
No cry, no cry.
Hey, everybody, you watching Big TV Network. That's not a concert. We're not a concert music. Yeah, that's another channel. So today, we're so happy to have all of you are on, and we're going to take it to Jamaica with our queen today, and we're going to have an interview. We're going to talk about her book. We're going to talk about what she does, and we're going to take it away. Mel Beast, why don't we bring the queen up and talk to her about her book and the beautiful things she has to offer to the world today. Mel Beast is going to bring the queen up, and she's going to do a special interview with this beautiful young lady.
Us, author of wow. Yeah. Today we have Pastor Vendrick Headley with us, author of God's Hurting People. I'm very pleased to have had the pleasure to edit the revised edition of her book. We just released it last week. So, Pastor Vendrick, tell us about yourself and about your book.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And the book, like you said, the title is God's Hurting People. It's right there. God's Hurting People. The book itself, it tells about its own self. The book is talking about people who are hurting everywhere. And I said it's a timely, revised book publishing because people are hurting all over the world. And I'm so happy that God is an on-time God, that he can make provision for people who are hurting in any shape or form. And it's just to show that God is right there with and for you. And all you need to do is to just open up yourself unto God and just allow him to come in and to just give you solution for your problems, your struggle. We see the earthquakes that are going on. Oh my God. I know people are really, really, really hurting. Families, mothers, children, and I just want to present this book to you. And there's a lot of comforting words. And yes, it's biblical and it's spiritual, because the only true and ultimate healing you will find here on earth, especially in this time, it's going to be Jesus. And like the book says, it presents Jesus as the ultimate solution for all hurting people. And Ms. Counsel, the thing about it is that I have experienced Jesus myself. I have had hurt and I've had disappointment, you name it. But when I can come to this place and I can listen to what he says, I can read his word, believe it, and I can pray. Prayer is just a simple way of telling God your pain, where it hurts, and ask him, Lord, I need your help. And certainly he's going to come through and he's going to help you in your situation.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit more about yourself. We know that, I know. Let the world know.
Okay.
I know you're a pastor and you have a clothing line, a radio station. You go far beyond just being an author.
Okay, sure. I first say, to God be the glory, great thing he has done. And like I said, my name is Vendrick Headley. Started out as Vendrick Headley. I was born and bred in Jamaica, the island of Jamaica. I became a child of God at a very early age. And I remember having an encounter. I was about 8 years old. And, in the island, the homes are made with what we call cellar. You can go under there. And I was sitting there with one of my friend, and don't ask me what happened. All I can tell you is that I felt my heart breaking, and I was really, really weeping as somebody was beating me. And my friend was laughing, and she said, "What happened to you?" Back there, they called me Dolores. "What happened to you?" I said, "I am sorry for the people." "What people?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just sorry for the people." And I was historically weeping. However, as time went by, well, I got saved at about the age 15, and I served in the local church, in the prayer group, on the choir, and I'm on the mission field. When they need somebody to do praise and worship, they're going to call Sister Walker. I was Walker then. I'm now married with sons, and I'm now Headley. And those days were the greatest time in my life. And I go out there and minister, and I became an ordained evangelist, and I operate under that ministry for a long time, and will still be, even though I'm a pastor. And also, as time goes by, I am an ordained minister, pastor. Yes. I also do some singing. I love to worship God. So I actually have a few CDs, gospel CDs out there. And I just love to counsel people. I love to help people to feel better. It's just in me. I'm talking now. And then there's a burning inside of my belly. And I remember when the Lord said to me, "I want you to counsel the people in the church because they are hurting." And actually, that's where this book comes from. That's where this book birthed from. And of course, I had many conferences that say God's Hurting People Conference. And of course, I do radio programs also. If you go on Facebook, you'll find the Dynamic Gospel Trail, where in music and in the spoken word and all of that. So I just want to give God thanks. And all I want to say today, I am available to you. Lord, I'm available to you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Minister Sharon, what do you think about Pastor Vendricks and her book and her endeavor in life?
Wow, Pastor, you're amazing, Pastor Vendricks. You're amazing. You have so many gifts, and it's awesome that you share all of your gifts with God's people. And the cover of the book, I love it. I have not read the book. This is my first meeting with you. But when I think about God's hurting people, it has no color. It has no age. It has no place in the world where God is not touching that there are hurting people. So when you reach out with your words and your accent, you are helping the hurting people. And, we all going to experience some type of pain, some type of loss. But when we know that God is there for us, and we have you, Pastor, to share your experiences and your words of encouragement, we know that we can turn to you when we can't turn to anyone else for your music, your clothing line, your CDs. I'm going to love to check your website, your Facebook page to hear your voice. So I think this is wonderful.
Wow. Yeah, this is an amazing opportunity, folks, for you guys to get the book that everybody's talking about, God's Hurting People. We have the Queen here from Jamaica, and it's so beautiful when she's talking. I love the accent. When we're gonna have a talk about some food too, because I love the big pies, the big bean pies, and the meals. My good friend Bishop Noel Jones, he just had a trip over there and celebrated his birthday, and also, so I got a lot of brothers I love from Jamaica, and everybody from Jamaica, we love you. Queen is here. We're going to take commercial breaks, folks, and we're going to come back with our last book presenter today. And don't forget, Pick TV Network is on your television and on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, all over the world. We are reaching people. And today, this is our TV virtual book fair. We're excited about all of you who are watching. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this.
are. Oh, there's an answer if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. Oh no, things are hard to find, but don't let anyone tear them away. Oh no, be tomorrow in time to find your you'll see the truth. Everybody, Mariah, a hero lies in you.
You did the two things we always talk about. What's that? You worked hard and you
Have fun.
have fun, my man.
It's a real star you got there.
Thanks.
Take care of those hands. They're taking you places.
I got hands. I'm gonna go pro.
You definitely could.
Easy money.
Easy money. Have you ever thought about what else you could be? Go along, son. You could be a brain surgeon. Your hands could operate as skillfully as Dr. Myron Rowe. Or a sports agent, handling big contracts, like Rich Paul. What about an artist? You can be as creative as Brian Blue the Great. The art you make could inspire the world. Son, you can even be an astronaut. Flying in space with Leland D. Melvin. Sure, with those hands, you could play for a team, but you could buy a team. Ownership. Get to wear the rings first.
I can do all that, Dad?
You can be anything you want with these hands.
Dr. Sheila, and before we bring our other guests back up, that's one of my favorite commercials. You know, we have commercials on Pick TV Network all over, from Anthony Anderson to Claudia Jordan, Atlanta Housewives. But that's special to me. We're gonna go back into the bit, but I just want to say, I saw you, Dr. Sheila, behind the scenes and locked in with the Super Bowl weekend. What does that mean to you, Dr. Sheila? And then I'm gonna ask you, Melvise.
Oh yes, it meant so much. It shows a progression of so many different things this young child can go through, even though he's pursuing what looks like football at the time. So many other opportunities are open, and we should never confine our children's mind down to if they don't get this, then there's nothing else. There's so much out there for our children, and we have to encourage them. And I love the kiss on his forehead, letting them know that I'm here for you.
That's right.
It's a wonderful commercial. It has so many things in it. And especially with us being African Americans, the more and more we can encourage and just pour into our children and letting them know that beyond sports, beyond entertainment, there's a plethora of things that our children can be, and there's no limit. So I love that commercial. I love it.
Melvise, tell me what you love about it.
Yeah, I love that commercial also. I think it's a great way to open up a child's mind and their eyes and let them know that the sky is the limit. There are no limitations to what you can do. If you want it, you can go after it, you can achieve it, it can be done. And that is an excellent message to portray to the youth today. Let them know that, just do it. If you want it, you can do it. There are no limits. Just be all that you can be, whatever you want to be. That's a great commercial.
Yeah, when I see a black man hugging a black child and showing him love and giving him an opportunity to spread his mind to be more than just a sports player, but the owner, to be the next person to invent something special, to go to space. It's our number one commercial. Those of you who are watching right now, this is Pick TV Network. We just picked the commercial of the week, or commercial of the what? We just brought you guys into what we were doing. So we're going to go back into our interview today with Pick TV Network Book Fair. We have a special young lady on. She is a minister of the gospel. She is a queen, and we're going to bring her up today. Melvise, come on and talk about this great woman of faith.
All right, well, we want to welcome Minister Sharon Rand to the program today. Minister Rand, I know she's the author of God Whispers to the Preacher's Wife, and she contributed to a few anthologies. So, Minister Rand, let us know about your book.
Hello. God gets the glory and the honor. Thank you, Dr. Evans, for allowing me to be on Pick TV. And Melvise, thank you to Dr. Sheila and Pastor Ventrix. Ladies, you're awesome, and I'm just excited to be here to share about my book, God Whispers to the Preacher's Wife. Yes, I'm glad. This book was part of journaling that I had been doing for years as I became a preacher's wife. And it talks a lot about conversations that I have with God, because I struggled with being a preacher's wife in the beginning. And so I wrote down the things that really troubled me. And once I allowed God to just take over the situation, I always had a sweet ending after each prayer. And so in my book, there's room for journaling and also reflections of how God has moved you from one place to another. Yes.
Really awesome. Oh, let's see.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, cool. Well, Dr. Sheila, what do you think about Minister Sharon's book?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. A first lady is a very special woman.
Mhm.
She's a very special woman. She has to deal with a lot of things because of whatever's going on at the church. When her husband comes home, she gets all of that. She hears all. She not only goes through her part, she goes through his part too. And to know that God whispers to the preacher's wife, that lets her know that the Lord has not overlooked you. He sees everything that you do. He sees the silent tears. My mother was a preacher's wife. My dad, he's 88 years old, and he's turned the church over to his son now, but he's still an active minister. My mom was a preacher's wife. Most of all of my sisters are preacher's wives. So we have walked in these. I haven't walked personally in the shoes yet, but we walked in these shoes, and just to have this book out there to let the preacher's wife know, because sometimes even the preacher's wife get looked over, and or she is, and I've seen it happen, kind put down a little bit, and they'll elevate the husband so much to where she's almost in the background. So that can be a lonely life sometimes. Oh yes, to be a preacher's wife. And this is just a wonderful book. I am very excited about it. And thank you for thinking about the preacher's wife. Hey, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. And also before I go, I wanted to make sure to make a statement because I had to step out really quick. But I was listening to Minister Headley and her book. It's wonderful. She talked about God's hurting people, and one of the things that Pastor T.D. Jakes, his entire ministry is to the hurting people. That's what his niche was in the ministry, speaking to the hurting people. And it means so much to see someone and say, you know what, I see you and I feel you. So thank you so much for that contribution. That hurting people knows what it feels like when someone else comes in and put that loving arm around them. So thank you so much for your work. Thank you so much, both of you. Wonderful books.
Yes, Pastor Vendrix, what do you think about Minister Sharon's book?
It is good to know that God does not only speak to the pastor, but he also speaks to the pastor's wife. And when I listen to the word whisper, it speaks value to me. It tells that most time when we whisper, it's kind of special. In other words, God see that special spot, that special place, and he wants to reach you in that way. And you just want to tell you something. And I'm so happy that you didn't keep it a secret, but you wanted to share it with the world. I cannot wait to grab a hold of the book and read. I want to hear what the Lord said to you. I want to hear what he said to you. God whisper to the preacher's wife. Very, very interesting. Love it. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, folks, when we see these books today and these authors, it's amazing how the Lord has gifted so many people with gifts in the body of Christ and all over the world. I'm amazed when I see you guys doing what you do to bless the world. And again, those of you who are watching, just popping in on the broadcast today, these are authors of books who are giving back. They're not trying just to keep everything for themselves, but they have dedicated their time today and to give back to the earthquake families in Syria. This is the time that we book authors, especially on the Big TV network. We do this all the time. We hear something that's happening in our world, whether it's a shooting at a school. I always ask the book authors to give back. When there was the event in Houston where there was people lost their lives at the Future event, we always give back. These book authors are always ready to give back. And I want to say from my heart, thank you to all of the book authors out here on Pick TV Network You're number one. Again, if you want to get your book done from the pages to the public to the world, Mel Beast is here to tell everybody about how you can get your books done. Mel Beast, there's somebody who just popped on the screen and said, "What is this show? Man, I like that stuff. Man, they dancing, having a good time." And I'm a book author too. I have people saying, "I'm a book author. I want to come on." Mel Beast, telling people about what they can do on Pick TV.
Yeah, so all the authors out there, you see how we are enjoying ourselves today and putting ourselves out there in front of the world. You know, Pick TV can be viewed all over the world. And over 2 million viewers, and on Roku TV, on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all over the place. So I would encourage you. We do the virtual book fair every month. So contact us. You can contact me at customer service at writtenwordspublishing.com, or you can go to watchpicktv.com and click the link to contact Dr. Evans directly and be a part of the next virtual book fair. You know, put yourself out there in front of the world. And this is just a great opportunity to not only, be on TV, which is excellent. You never know who's watching it. For all we know, the president is watching us right now. Vice president is watching us right now. Cedric the Entertainer might be watching us right now. Whoever, anybody, all over the world. So take advantage of the opportunity that the Pick TV network provides to authors. It's an excellent, excellent opportunity.
Thank you. And Dr. Sheila, I want to encourage everybody. Scanning that QR code gives them the opportunity to be up on technology. But right there, Visa's pointing to it. Make a donation. Why is this so important, Dr. Sheila, for people to support Pick TV Network with a donation? And because you're a supporter every month with us in being a manager. But tell the people why they need to support Pick TV.
Yes. Pick TV needs to be supported because when you see something that is positive, when you see something that's good, when you see something that you can put your kids in front of and leave them there without thinking that something that you would not teach them would be before them. When you see a network that is putting out positive energy, why not support it? Why not support it? Because if we don't support our positive shows that promotes family, that promotes good values and teachings, when we do not support those, then they will have to cease, because it takes money to operate anything. It takes money to operate it. And if they don't get the funds needed, regardless to how much they would like to keep it going, it will be impossible. So with your donation and with you being a member of Pick TV Network, it's not only going to give you some perks that you yourself can benefit from Pick TV, but you can also be that guiding light that helps other kids, new authors that are trying to get their work out there, musicians that's trying to get their talent out there. You're giving them an opportunity to have that sounding board, that have that stage to where they can be on a level playing field just like anybody else. You look at the major networks, you would have to come up with a lot of money to get on those major networks, a lot of money to get on those major networks. And with some of the popular streaming channels that are funded by these larger networks, you would have to come up with so much. But what Dr. Evans is doing, providing this platform, it puts us on an even playing field, so that others that may see a person through a major network, you have that same opportunity through this network as it builds and grows to be seen and for your talents to be put out there. You have an even playing field. The internet has evened so much for us. There's more opportunities now than ever, all because of the internet. There are a lot of things out there on the internet that may not be so positive, but this is positive. So I ask that you please become a member, support Pick TV Network, and support Dr. David Evans to continue to put out this quality viewing pleasure that our kids can watch, our children, our adults can watch, our elderly can watch, everybody can watch and enjoy. So please consider being a member and supporting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, folks, you heard it right there from the Pick TV Network team here today on Pick TV. It's the place to be. Support our network. Go to your phone. Become a member of the Pick TV Network. We have a special going on for this month only for $125 for the whole year. That's $10 a month. You can scan the QR code right now and become a member. PayPal is there. Cash App is there. Zelle is there. You can scan that QR code and become a member. I want to ask Melvis, when you become a member of Pick TV Network, tell them what they get, Melvis, for going coming in and doing these TV virtual rehearsals and things. I know that Sharon, she was in our rehearsal this week, and also Pastor was in our rehearsal this week, and they really loved it. I think Pastor, she didn't even want to come off. She was like, I want to stick around some more. I want to say some more. I want to stay. So why is it important, Melvis?
In the network, you will also be available or invited to co-host programs such as this. And you will also be able to do TV ready sessions, have meetings with the managers, receive discounts. So if you want to do a spotlight interview or you have a show that you want to put on TV, you want to be on the virtual book fair, if you're a member, you will receive a discount so that you can do those things for a very reasonable price. And just to be part of helping Dr. David Evans grow the Pick TV Network and reach the world with all of this positive and inspirational educational material, that in itself is enough and well worth becoming a member of the Pick TV Network.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It means a lot when we have support, and we want to continue to bring good broadcasting like we're doing today, and all of you. Now, what I'm going to do, we're almost out of time for this segment today. I want to bring back these two queens, and we're going to have some fun time. They don't know this, but after this commercial, they're going to come back and be a part of something that's never been done before with them. We always do something for our guests. This is a surprise for Pastor, and then Sharon, we're going to bring you back. We're going to bring you back for some fun time on Pick TV Network. Don't touch that dial. You're watching the Pick TV Network. We'll be right back with some fun time right after this. All right, folks, we're going to have some fun time for a minute with these great queens, and what they're going to do. They're going to answer some questions that I'm going to have on. It's really a part of our brand new game show coming on tonight at 7:30 p.m. Guess Your Best. And I'm going to have them to come up. So we're going to bring up you, Queen, and we're going to bring up you, Dr. Sharon, and you, Queen. So you guys are going to answer these questions. And when you answer these questions today, we're going to have the guests on the sideline. These are the special guests on the sideline. So y'all are ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you into a whole different world. I think I'm going to take you guys to Hollywood. Let me take you to Hollywood. We're going to take you to a whole different world for this presentation today. Now, what I want you to do, as we open this presentation today, I'm going to ask you first. I'm going to ask you first, Pastor. What is the most exciting thing you've done in the last 3 years? What is the most exciting thing you've done in the last 3 years?
In the last 3 years, well, all my excitement is in ministry. I am excited over and over and over again, and I believe ministry.
Okay, let's ask you, Minister. What is the most exciting thing you've done in the last 3 years?
Wow. In the last 3 years, I became a grandmother for the first time. I became a self-published author.
Okay.
I have met some wonderful women. I have some big sisters that I didn't have, and I'm just grateful. The last 3 years, it gets better and better. How they say, gooder and gooder.
Wow, better and better, gooder and gooder. Okay. Let me ask you, if you could go anywhere in the world and live for 1 year, all expenses paid, what place would that be, Pastor? Anywhere in the world and live for free.
I would love to go to Africa.
Wow.
I would love to go to Africa.
Oh, wow. Okay, same thing. Minister, what would you like?
I would like to go to Dubai. Dubai has these beautiful structures and their architecture, and it's just beautiful. Never been. I would love to go to Dubai.
Okay, who can name this artist? Name this artist. Name this artist. Her last name ends with Knight. I hope this is right, y'all, because I asked Alexa to play. Alexa, play Gladys Knight.
You want to play Gladys Knight, right?
Yes.
14 songs by Gladys Knight on Amazon Music.
That's Gladys Knight, right? Is that right? Let me bring in the special guest. Is this Gladys Knight?
Sounds like it.
Dionne Warwick, isn't it?
It's
old. That's like Dionne Warwick, don't it?
Yeah, that's Dionne Warwick.
Alexa is confused today.
Are we singing together? Are we singing together? That's Dionne Warwick right there. So we gotta get Alexa to right. We gotta get Alexa to get it right.
Alexa needs to take a nap.
All right. So let me ask 2 more questions before I let you go, because this is what we're gonna do. Guess your best, and you win points for this. Now, Queen, Pastor, let me ask you this question. If you wasn't a pastor, what would you be?
If I wasn't a pastor, I would be an evangelist.
Okay. I'm not gonna let you get off that easy. If you wasn't in ministry, what would you be?
If I wasn't in the ministry, I'll be singing.
Wow. Ooh.
Yes, I'll be singing.
Hey, you know what? We have our guests coming in. Look at this. This is a virtual audience here. They know who this is. Look, they already know. That's what we want. We want y'all out there watching right now. We want y'all to win. When we come on tonight, guess your best. This is it. Y'all can win some prizes too. So you would be a singer. Wow, I love that. Okay, minister, if you wasn't a minister, what would you be?
I would be a teacher. I love teaching. I love getting information and sharing it, because there's so many people who won't seek out information, but when I get it, I love to teach it. So I would be a teacher.
Very good. Okay, Pastor, we're coming over your house for dinner tonight. All of us, me, Melvis, and Minister Sharon, and also Dr. Sue Magoo. What are you going to fix for us?
You know, I'm going to give you a mixture. I'm going to give you oxtail. I'm going to give you curry goat.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to give you jerk chicken.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'll take those 3. Curry goat, oxtail, and jerk chicken.
Wow. What are we going to have to drink? And I want some dessert too.
Okay, I'll give you some island fruit punch made from all the natural fruit, guava, mango, pineapple, and all of that. Fresh juice, the 2.
Wow. 5 stars. So, what can we say? So now we are going down to Mississippi. And what are we going to have for dinner in Mississippi tonight?
We're going to have a ride over to Pastor's house. That's what we are. No, I mean, if you came today, you probably get some chicken tetrazzini, some 5 flavor pound cake, and some sweet tea. That's it.
Okay.
What about that dessert? You know, y'all got some Mississippi pound cake and stuff.
Yeah, 5 flavor pound cake or that. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So all your stuff is cooked from the ground, nothing from can, right? This is real food.
Yeah, you know the cream of mushroom and the cream of chicken soup that's gonna come out the can. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I have the cream of mushroom and cream of chicken to go in that tetrazzini.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, we going to Pastor's house.
Okay, name this artist. Name this group. This group. Who is this group playing? You should know by now. You want to help with me, Beast?
I'm not sure. This is a little bit before my time. I know the song, but I'm not sure who's singing it.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
All right, Minister. All right, Minister. All right, Minister is on the top. Minister is right. I can't play too much of them because they'll cut my shelf.
That's my age group.
That was Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you want to come and be a part of some more tonight at 7:30 p.m., guess your best. All of you in the audience, come on our brand new house show. This is David Evans. I want to thank all of our book authors who is here. Thank you for coming on. Let's support these book authors. Look at the repeats on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, all over. And don't forget to support the PIC TV network. You guys out there have been sending us a lot of good chats. Thank you for all these chats. It means so much to connect with the audience. I learned that from Oprah Winfrey. So you guys are popping in, saying all these beautiful comments. It's because of you that we're going to grow and expand more on the PIC TV network. Shalom, everybody. Until we meet next time, enjoy your day. Wear your mask and keep loving on everybody.
Okay. Bye. Ciao.
Sounds to me, fellas, like old garbage guts here done forgot the crow commandments again.
Fellas.
What show is that? We over, but what show is that right there, Mel Beast?
That's the Wiz, isn't it?
Oh! We see y'all tonight on our show, everybody. God bless.